What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean?
What you mean?
What you mean?
What you mean?
What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and jumping right into this video, guys. Today's video is sponsored by Curlsqueen. They sent me 3 bundles of their 24-inch NaturalDeepWave human hair braiding hair, and I'm super excited to create some Smedium DIY Boho Knotless. And we're just gonna start off with a cute unboxing, guys. This unboxing was definitely giving luxurious. When I opened this package, I was like, okay, come on, come with it. They give you a detangling brush and a bonnet, which is very necessary for boho, guys, because we all know the maintenance is up there. I love this bonnet because it was one of the thicker bonnets that can hold braids, and it also had the edge band on it, so you guys can tighten that around your edges. I also love that it was satin because that would keep the moisture in the hair. Next, we have our Curlsqueen bag that contains our bundles, and we're actually going to open this last. And then inside you have an info card which has QR codes so that you guys can reach them on social media. It also has hair maintenance tips and a return form, but y'all not gonna need to return this hair, so really love that. That was helpful. And then they just sent in a thank you card. I absolutely love this packaging, guys. It definitely creates an experience when you can open your package, and I don't know, it just looks really, really nice. So let's get into these bundles. I was super excited to try out the 24-inch hair. You guys know I typically use anywhere from 18 to 22, so the 24-inch, I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta do some braids, you know, down to the booty, because I need to take advantage of this. The bundles were packaged really, really nicely. You guys can see that they have their logo on them, and they were super soft to the touch. I did not pre-rinse them, but I was loving the natural texture of it. So you guys can see I'm just running my fingers through it just to kind of see what that curl pattern is going to give. And these bundles are nice and thick, guys, from the top to the bottom. I'm just showing you guys how thick those bundles are. And today I'm going to be using 2 full bundles to complete this look on myself. Now, before I jump into just doing the style, I am going to break down my prep with you guys because, y'all, I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm literally delivering my baby in a week. And because I'm doing these on myself, the prep is so important. So we're going to start off by prepping the braiding hair and the curly hair. The more hair you prep, the quicker this is going to be for you because you don't have to stop as much. I always tell you guys that, but I only have 1 styling tray at my house, so I did do a half and half prep where I'm going to be prepping braiding hair on one side, and then I'm going to be prepping the boho hair on another side. This is like my old school prep method. I really never switch it. I never change it up, and you guys know whenever we do the boho hair, I do like to add a little product at the top to help it kind of stay together, and I'm going to separate those pieces. And like I said, you can only prep so much hair on 1 tray, but the more hair that you guys can prep out, the easier that this will be for you. And you want to do all of this before you start, guys. Trust me, it will just save you so much time doing this, especially on yourself. So this boho hair is 100% high-grade Brazilian virgin human hair. It can be used for pretty much any type of boho braid style. It is reusable, and it is thick from top to bottom, guys. That's one thing I really, really love. I hate when I get boho hair and it thins out at the ends. So that's going to allow for your style to be a lot more full. And yeah, I just love the way that it looks. I'm so excited for you guys to see. So I'm planning on layering this boho throughout my hair. So in the bottom couple rows, I'm going to do about 3 to 4 pieces. When I get to the midsection, I'm going to do 4 to 5 pieces. And then I'm going to work my way to the top where I'm going to have anywhere from 5 to 7 pieces in my head. And that's how I'm going to get it real full. So I'm using 2 combs today. I do have a rat tail comb that I wanted to try to use. And then I have big blue, y'all. If y'all know me, if y'all know Panda, y'all know when y'all see that blue comb, y'all know how I'm coming. So this is my hair, guys. It has grown so much. And I'm going to start out by pre-parting my hair, which, y'all, honestly, I'm gonna speed through this pre-part because it was so pointless. I will never do this again. It was a waste of time. It took me 2 hours to pre-part my entire head, and I really honestly don't think it saved me any time. I think it just was a waste of time, if I'm being honest, because I had to define these parts so much, and as I went, that it just didn't really seem like it was worth it to me. But like I said, I did try to prep the braiding hair, the boho hair, and my hair the day before, so that way the next day I could come in and just get to braiding. But yeah, I would definitely probably skip this step. But I am going to show some of you guys who, you know, are maybe beginners or want to try this out on yourself. Maybe if you do a different style, it might be beneficial. But for this, like, it just didn't work for me. But just so that you guys can get kind of like a parting guide for my Smedium, I do 2 to 3 rows at the nape of my neck. The nape of my neck is not really big, so I fit 2 rows back there. And then I'm gonna do a total of 12 rows across the top, so that's gonna be 6 rows on each side. And that midsection is going to be 6 rows also. And like I said, y'all, this pre-part was just a waste of time. Whenever you're pre-parting, you're not using any product or anything. You're just kind of creating a guide so that you guys can go in, and parting should be easier. But I just found that with parting on myself, I have to do so much definition and defining that it just was a waste of time. So this pre-part took me about 2 hours to do. I did it the night before I started braiding, and yeah, it will never happen again. If you guys want to see a full pre-part, let me know, because I did record the entire thing and I can give you guys that video if you guys want to see it. But like I said, yeah, I won't be pre-parting my hair anymore if I do decide to do it by myself again. Now, what was a game changer for me was this 3-way mirror, because y'all, I didn't have this the first time. I did my own Knotless. I'm gonna link that video in the top right corner for you guys to check out. I did some medium boho before, and this was a game changer. This made it so much easier for me to part and define my parts. You guys can see that now that I'm gonna be creating those braids, I'm actually using product to define my parts, and we're gonna start with this first row of braids. I'm actually not gonna be putting any boho in this bottom row, because I don't like when boho hair sits on my neck. I feel like those pieces down there kind of tangle quicker, so this whole first row is not going to have any boho hair added to it. We're going to start adding that boho hair in on the second row. So while we work on this first braid, let's talk a little bit about Curlsqueen. I've worked with this company before in the past. I used some of their curly clip-ins and absolutely loved it. So when they reached out for their boho braiding hair, I was super excited to try it out. Just to give you guys a variety of some of the styles that they offer on their site, you guys can get clip-ins, weft bundles, braiding hair, micro links, tape-ins. They have all different textures and styles. And for this hair here, I'm using a NaturalDeepWave, but their boho human hair braiding hair, the textures that they offer are kinky curly, water wave, and loose wave. And the longest that I've seen is 26 inches, but for some reason this curl pattern, the longest is 24. I'm not really sure why, but the longest that they offer is 26 inches, which I think is super bomb. They also have different color options, a little blonde, a little brown, a little auburn. So my color girls, my color hair girls, you guys, you know, we got you too. So in this braid here, I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm adding in those boho pieces. I absolutely love this curl pattern. Y'all know DeepWave is definitely one of my fave. If you're looking for a super full look, then DeepWave is definitely it. And I would recommend 3 bundles if you're trying to go for like Bora Bora braids. I wanted mine to be, you know, full, not Bora Bora full, but I wanted them to be full. So I did end up using 2 bundles. I had every intention on actually using 3 bundles, but they were just so full that, like, I don't know, I got kind of lost in the sauce. But I'm going to be adding 3 pieces of hair to these braids in the back. And right now, y'all, they are giving. So I'm excited for you guys to see how these turn out. The key to doing your own braids on yourself, y'all, is really going to be hand placement. When you start your braid, you kind of want to start how you would on a client, but you're not going to be able to do the entire braid that way, because I just don't feel like anybody is that flexible. So after you braid down about 1 inch, you are going to have to flip that braid over. And so you guys will see me do that multiple times. Once you get the hand placement down, y'all, it's literally easy peasy. But it's just super time consuming. So, and then obviously adding boho hair is just gonna add more time to it. But I love the way that these turned out, y'all. And y'all know people be charging anywhere from $500, $600, $800 for these braids. So you really need to save a coin and do it yourself if you can. And it's really not that hard. Like I said, you just have to have patience. Plus, y'all, I was super pregnant, so I had to stop a bunch of times. I've been getting leg cramps and all type of stuff. But I'm really excited for you guys to see the way that this turned out. One thing I can say that I really love about using the long boho hair in 24 inches, because like I said, I typically use 18, is that when you get to the bottom of the braid, you don't have to put your last piece as far down, because it's going to hang really, really far down. And when you have a good quality hair, like the hair that Curlsqueen provided, it'll be nice and thick from the top to the bottom. So it's really going to give you that full look at the end. That way you don't always have to braid the braiding hair into the ends of the braids. But if that's the look that you're going for, that is more of like a little islandy touch. It is a little more time consuming, but it is really, really cute. Then you can also do that. Now, the burning question that you guys all want to know. I know what you guys are thinking. How long did this take you? How long did this take you? I spread this style out over the course of 5 days. I think I did about 4 hours a day because I ended up having to do a lot of it while my son was like either taking a nap or sleep at night. So I would start braiding at like 11 o'clock at night, or I would try to do it during his nap in the daytime. But all in all, drum roll please, y'all, this style took me 13 hours to complete from start to finish. If I would have sat down and took no breaks, it would have took 13 hours. And when I say never again, I mean never again. But I probably will do this again, but never again when I'm 9 months pregnant. Like, I was fighting for my life, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. There was a point in my YouTube journey where I was just slaying the DIY looks, and I think I took a break and got really, really rusty. And so I don't know, I just don't move as quick on myself as I used to back in the day. So, you know, I gotta kind of brush up on it. But I always love the end result, but it's like, oh my god, this just be taking so long. And before I used to be broke, so it was definitely worth it to save money. But now that I can afford to pay to get my hair done on the regular, it's like, why would I sit here for 13 hours when I could have sat for 6, you know? When it came to this video, I was like, you know what, I'm on maternity leave, let me make it do what it do. And y'all, so far I am absolutely in love. I wanted to do Smedium because number one, I wanted it full, and number two, I'm about to go into labor, so it's kind of just like I wanted something that was really, really gonna last me. And then I just added the touch of boho because I don't know, it's just gonna make it look just so much better. I absolutely love the way it's turning out. So I'm going to show you guys a couple more braids and how I'm feeding those pieces in. And a lot of people have been asking me for DIY tips, so I'm going to give you guys a couple tips as I finish up these last couple braids. Okay, so number one, prep is important. I say the same thing even if you're taking a client. You want to try to prep all of the hair that you're using so that you will have to take minimal breaks for prepping. That will save you guys a lot of time when you're DIYing. Number two, a 3-way mirror is super important. I was always one of those people like, oh, I don't need the mirror, I don't need the mirror. Y'all, the mirror is a game changer. You need the mirror. I'm letting you know right now, you need the mirror. It's going to allow you to see different angles of your hair and when you're parting, and that's going to make it so much easier on you. Number three, don't waste your time pre-parting unless you're going to a braider and they're going to part out every braid and define it for you. It's just kind of a waste of time because you're going to have to go back through and define all those parts. Now, to take a break from our tips, I just want to show you guys that this is one pack of the Curlsqueen hair, and look how full it is, y'all. It was at this moment that I knew, I was like, oh, I need to add way more boho pieces if I'm going to try to get through 3 bundles. So I am gonna be adding more pieces into the top, but I was like, oh my god, this hair is a lot fuller than I anticipated it to be. So these are my last 2 rows. I'm going to start off by parting down the middle and then part each one into 2. And yeah, I'm almost coming up on the finish line. Okay, so back to our tips. Number 3 was drop the pre-part. Number 4 is when you're parting, to make it easier, you want to try to keep your comb on the scalp for as long as possible to create a nice and even part. I personally do not like to use rat tail combs. I tried it even for this video and I was just like, yeah, no, it's not my thing. I like big blue, y'all. Stick to what you know, but I'm going to tell you, the longer you keep your comb to the scalp before picking it up, the more consistent your part is going to be. So you guys can see that I'm dragging my comb all the way to the back, and you'll just have an easier chance of getting it straight. Do not rely on product, y'all, to define your parts. You need to have a straight part before you put the product on and define it. Number 1, that's going to save you a lot of product. And number 2, it's going to allow you to rely on technique and not product to get straight parts. Product does not make your parts straight, it defines it, okay? So we need to make sure that we're saving product and not just gunking it on our hair. Y'all know these braiding gels, y'all, is $25, $30 now. Like, make sure you have a defined part and then you just use the product to make it HD. Last tip, and this is especially for my people who don't have patience. I have a lot of patience, y'all. If you don't have patience, I would always say start in the front because obviously that's the most important part. You can do that by parting ear to ear, parting your rows off in the front and doing the front first and then working on the back. Y'all know that trend where it's like, I don't really care what the back look like, you know, as long as the front is hidden. But if you are patient, then you guys can work in half circles like me, but I know a lot of people are not. So you just want to make sure that the front is looking the best. So I would definitely start there and then work on the back. My last tip is that you definitely want to focus on bricklaying when you want a nice full look. So you should be starting from the middle of your rows and working your way to those front braids so that you guys can create a nice bricklay. But to be honest, guys, boho hides a lot of mistakes. And so because I'm doing a really full boho look, a lot of my rows were not bricklayed, and you wouldn't be able to tell as much as if I was just doing like traditional knotless. So you can hide a little bit, you know, with the boho. But that would be my last tip, is just try to work from the back, you know, the middle back of a row all the way to the front, just so that you guys can try to get that perfection in that bricklay. Parting my own hair is definitely something that I need to gain a little bit more patience with, because y'all, as I start to get to the top, I'm like, ooh baby, like it's just gonna be what it is, you know, you're so tired. So that's why I said, you know, sometimes it is better to work on the front and then the back. But that would probably be my last tip. And then, I mean, obviously you need to make sure you're using a high quality human hair for your boho, y'all. I hear so much about the maintenance of boho and how it's hard to maintain it, and then I hear that people are using synthetic hair or they're using low quality human hair. Y'all gotta step it up before y'all talk about the maintenance. You gotta step it up. So definitely try out Curlsqueen hair. This hair is absolutely bomb, and I can't wait for you guys to see how I define it at the end. It turned out super cute. So remember, y'all, this is 2 full bundles to complete this look, and I absolutely love the way that it's looking right now. I'm just picking out the ends of the braids because I'm going to be actually rodding them with the pink perm rods, and it matched perfectly. I absolutely love the way that it turned out, so I'm just going to show you guys how I do that. I also did a dip test on this human hair. I always like to dip a piece of the human hair just to make sure that the curl pattern is not disturbed, and it wasn't, so it doesn't really matter if this hair touches the hot water or not. But I am going to just roll up those ends. That's the only reason that I'm kind of separating it, and then we're going to dip it like that. A couple other alternatives would be to leave the end straight, or you guys can also braid the curly human hair in there. But I decided to perm rod it because it does give it just more of a full look. And I'm going to dip each side, and I will unrod it and let you guys see how it looks. So after dipping the braids and taking my rods out, I'm just going to run my fingers through the bottom and kind of, you know, just blend that out. And you guys can see how bomb the pink rods are matching this curl texture. Usually when I use a deep wave, it matches on point. You guys can't even tell, and y'all have not even defined these curls yet, and they're so bomb. You guys can definitely leave it like this, but I am gonna go in with this leave-in conditioner and water mixture, and I'm gonna spray it down, and it's just gonna help to condition and define those curls. In the past, I would use mousse to define my curls, but I no longer like to do that. I like to just use leave-in conditioner and water. I feel like it doesn't leave as much residue or buildup as mousse, and it just allows for a lightweight flow. So you guys can see what it looks like here with those curls super defined, and they're not even super wet, y'all. It just tames it a little bit, and I absolutely love how full it is and the way that it looks. So as far as maintenance for this hair, at nighttime I am gonna twist it or put it in a bun, and I'll use a scarf around my edges, and I'm gonna use the bonnet that they gave me just to keep the hair from tangling. Sometimes when you use deep wave, the hair can wrap around the braids, and you want to try to avoid that. And then I'm just gonna use my water and leave-in conditioner concoction every morning and just kind of finger detangle, and I should be good to go. You can also use the detangling brush that they provided as well. Y'all know I had to change the outfit, throw the makeup on, because I was feeling it. I just think it's super cute. And I'm also going to show you guys some hairstyles that you guys can achieve, just so you guys can see the versatility of these braids. I'm actually super happy that I did Smedium, because it was between Smedium and large knotless, and I let everybody talk me into doing Smedium. And even though I was irritated in the moment, it just turned out so bomb. Parts are hidden, y'all. It just looks amazing. So here are a couple styles that I did with it, just to show you guys the versatility of these braids. Even though the hair is super full, you can still pull it up into a couple ponytails. You can pull it up into one ponytail too, y'all, but I have a big old head. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If y'all think I killed it, let me know. Actually, you don't even have to let me know. I know I did the thing, y'all. What? I'm 39 weeks pregnant slaying Smediums. Like, stop playing with me. Threw in a couple butterfly clips, y'all. I was really feeling myself. So yeah, shout out to Curlsqueen. Love this hair. Definitely would repurchase. If you guys want to purchase, all the links are going to be linked in the description section down below. As always, thanks so much for tuning into my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in my next video.
What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean?
What you mean?
What you mean?
What you mean?